What's the name of this podcast? I keep getting confused.
Real
There
husbands
are
of
so
finance.
many.
All
Real
right,
husbands of finance.
retirement, retire early, do other things with that time. I don't know. All right, random acts of finance. We're back,
There you
episode 2. I actually like cocked my head
go.
back to think about it. It was bad. I'm back. Anantula, Arush, Nish, myself, Gogo. We are back, episode 2, and we're gonna start out with our portfolio game. Portfolio up. That's not a game. Money is not a game. All right, money is not a game, but portfolio challenge. $1,000. Everyone may or may not have already started putting their money in their accounts. I'll start here and say that. So the way my checking and my savings work, the way Robinhood talks to Fidelity, there's money somewhere in between the two. I think right now it's somewhere on Wall Street. I don't know.
I
So
think
right
Citadel
now,
holds all your money right now.
yeah, they might have. Honestly, what sucks is that I initiated it this morning, and since
Yeah.
then, Robinhood sent me the email that my account's locked and
Yeah.
shit's going down, and I'm like, oh my god, this is the worst. So that's my update. I'm still at $1,000 even because
Okay.
nothing is anywhere. I sold.
Do you have anything that you are looking at that you're gonna purchase once you're all opened up?
I am actually gonna take this week off. I'm actually
Yeah.
because I can't do anything. I'm
Yeah.
just like not gonna like those weeks where you like the last 2 weeks of just devastation that were happening. I was just like, you know what? I'm just not gonna look at anything right now. I'm just gonna take a break. But we'll see. I say that, and then we'll get into some topics here, and maybe you guys convince me to buy some stuff on another account or something.
I got
But all
you.
right, let's start with you, Ursh. How have you spent your $1,000 so far?
So far, I have taken $150 of my $1,000, put it into Coinbase, and then transferred it to BlockFi. So I lost about $5 in that transfer because I purchased I purchased a USDC, so the
Yeah.
stable coin, because on BlockFi you get interest on it, right? So I'm
Yeah.
earning about 3 cents a day on it right now. So it'll take me a few months maybe to recover my
Or
$5.
a few years.
Yo, you guys, you should have gotten on. I don't want to like derail this conversation, but we should have got on Cardano. It's about to be on Coinbase Pro, and it's
Yeah.
about
And
that.
on Coinbase too.
You know, whatever. Don't use Coinbase because your transaction fees are through the roof. Don't
Yeah,
use that. Use
bro.
Coinbase.
That
Use
that
Coinbase.
that was difficult.
Pro
Yeah.
tip. But
Yeah.
so it's rocketing right now. So
It's at
I'm
what,
about to do-
$1.23 right now?
I
Was it like
not looking.
43 It was at 43 cents on at the beginning of February.
Bro,
and now
I
it's like
bought-
$1.25 or $1.20.
I bought in at I think I bought some at like 75 cents and a little bit more at 80. And then I was like, when it was like 110, I was like, too steep for my blood, too rich for my blood. I'm out. So yeah,
Okay.
that's where I would put some $1,000 in, but I'm not going to at the moment.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Any other moves in your portfolio?
Yeah, so I've got a list over here, so that's what I'm looking at. But I've got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 stocks I'm gonna divide up the money into. That's my goal for right now to initially when I break it up. And out of that, I'll call out probably 3 or 4 of them that I think I have a good understanding of. I think I'll kind of dive heavy in those, and that's Corsair, CCIV,
Mm-hmm.
FRX, and Shift Technologies.
FRX. Which one is that? What?
Fisker?
It's no, it's not Fisker. It's Flat Rock or Forest.
Forest Road Acquisition
For-
Corp.
Yeah, it's a SPAC.
What are they supposed to be? Do you know?
They're supposed to purchase
Beachbody.
Yeah, because they're supposed to be the competitor to
Is that
Peloton.
Shanti? Is that Shanti Beachbody? That was insanity.
Yeah. So they're supposed to be the competitor to Peloton, and originally they were not really heavy as a competition to Peloton, but
Mhm.
they're coming out with their own bike. They already have a huge base that they can reach out to, and so I think they can take some market share hopefully from there. I think their bike is a little bit cheaper than Peloton, so they can compete. They already have that network of the trainers and stuff, so they can create that much quicker. So I think that's
Yep.
something that I'm kind of gonna go heavy on. And then CCIV, you guys already know the Lucid stuff. It's been on the rise today. I wish I could have bought it yesterday when I was looking at it, but that's fine. And then Corsair, I feel like as the more and more people have stayed home and a lot of people are purchasing stuff, Corsair, they make a lot of gaming products. They make a lot of stuff that
Yeah.
A lot of people are going to be purchasing. So that's one thing is going on there. And then the last one was Shift Technologies. So that's another company like Carvana and Vroom,
Yeah. Yep.
but their market cap is pretty similar to the other two, but they're only in like 3 or 4 markets right now. So as they expand, I'm hoping they'll take some share from the other two big guys. So they'll
Yeah,
probably
Shift is
road me
one
up.
that Shift was one that I feel like it was in the sevens recently, and I was
Mhm.
like, I should pull the trigger because I liked them, but I was like,
Yeah.
it wasn't moving a lot. It was like within that $8 range, and it was
Yeah.
just like fluctuating 25 cents up and down. And I was like, I either want to see a break one way or the other, because if it breaks downward, I'm like, all right, I can just buy a lot. If it breaks a lot forward, I can kind of just put a little bit in to have it on my watch list to see how much it'll grow. If it just keeps
Yeah.
growing, I'll keep buying, right? And if it doesn't keep growing, I'll just keep buying as well because it's something that Carvana is gonna have to compete with soon. I feel
Yeah.
like so.
Yeah. Exactly. So I
Yeah,
think those are the ones that I'm looking at. But yeah, so right now I'm down $5 or $4 in some sense.
fair enough. Fair enough. Anish, where are you at with your $1,000?
Yeah, I'm moving my money right now as well. I'm
It's
almost
tough.
there.
It's like they don't want our money, man.
Yeah.
It's a whole process.
Gogo actually just
But I'm
hit
watching a couple
1,000
stocks.
butt shoes.
That's
Oh, yeah.
don't let's on. That's in a different account. Doesn't count. Honestly, and they 4x right off the bat. So, wait, what are you looking at, Anish?
So the couple ones I'm going for is Altria. 'Cause I mean, they're always going to be in business. It's a
The dividend
industry
stocks.
that's
This man is doing the dividend stock. You can. That's the second he said Altria. I was like, this man is looking for dividends. He's gonna get.
So what is the next?
Exactly.
AT&T and ExxonMobil? Is that what you're going for?
AT&T.
Nah.
Steady 7% dividend, bro.
I mean, I was thinking about it, but the other one was going to be Dish. Those are the two that I'm looking at for right now.
And yeah, Dish is doing the merger with DirecTV, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder how that's gonna work out for them because they didn't really do too hot when they bought Blockbuster.
Yeah.
I mean,
That was
what do you
not a
think?
good choice.
Hey, dividends, right? At the end, dividends. That's
Yeah.
you'll still get your quarter for every like $100 you spend, right? It's
Exactly.
great. All right, you looking at Johnson and Johnson too? Just wondering. I mean, hey, if we're talking dividends, I mean, steady.
Nah, not for this.
Johnson Johnson is definitely one that I'm heavily invested in outside of this, and I think
Yeah.
it's just because you walk into any grocery store, half the stuff is owned by them. So
I've
as long as the grocery stores are there,
Exactly.
they'll be
I
okay.
mean, as long as babies need shampoo, like
Yeah.
tell
And
me-
baby
someone-
oil.
Someone tell me if there's another shampoo that is made for babies that won't get in their eyes. I don't think there is, so I don't
Amazon's
think
about to come out with Amazon and Amazon shampoo for babies.
yeah, well, Johnson Johnson's got like they're probably gonna sue them when they figure out the formula.
No,
That's-
I'm pretty sure Johnson Johnson will be making it for them.
Yeah, right.
Be
Exactly.
rebranded.
Right, exactly. And so, what about you? Where's your $1,000?
So I invested today. I'm down $35.45 so far.
Okay,
Okay.
what happened?
57% of my portfolio is down. I bought CCIV and IPOE. One, I think CCIV still has a lot of potential. Their car has not been
Sure.
released yet.
Yeah.
And I think, once as we get towards the mid to, latter half of this year, we'll see this stock go up a little bit. I'm not saying it's going to shoot up like Tesla, but I think their, valuation was, I think through the SPAC was like $12 billion. There's a lot of upside there. Second one, IPOE. I still have faith in Chamath. Like, I think given his track record and also how SoFi has done, or Sophie has done recently, and looking at some of the other things that they've accomplished since they've announced this merger. So the deal is supposed to close at the end of this month. They said sometime in March, so I'm assuming towards the latter end of the month. Even if, I don't know, whatever their current valuation is, I expect it to go up a little bit, right? I'll make some money off of it because the stock has since its high has gone down a little bit. The two things I like about SoFi is the fact that, this is what a $50 billion industry, the loan market. And not only are they into like student loans and like different types of loans, they also have a trading platform. And on top of that, they're trying to get their own banking charter. Last month, they announced that they bought a small community bank to make it easier for them to get this banking charter, which allows them to technically be like lend out money versus like having to use that third party provider like a Bank of America or another bank, right?
Gotcha.
So, looking at all of these factors, I thought, this is something I've been looking at the stock for a while, and I still think it has a lot of potential.
What do you think about their competition? Like, I know, I mean, there's Public. They kind of match them on that social trading platform,
Mhm.
and there's big companies like Intuit, that own like Mint and all these
Yep.
like Credit Karma and all these guys. So these guys also do loans, and then there's Rocket Mortgage. That's the one of the biggest, mortgage
Exactly.
providers. So
it's like millennials, right? It's like, it's like, why do people like Robinhood? You can always go to Schwab and TD Ameritrade, right? Like it's easy to use, it's easy to access. Could it be bad? Potentially. Like everyone's going to be getting loans, but it's one of those things. Like their platform is easy to use, and it's something that appeals to the millennials. It's something that started off as for student loans, and they started off with like 5 million or something like that in loans in their first year. Started in 2011. Anthony Noto, who was the CFO of Twitter, started it. So like they have people that understand like the growing market, I think. And so because of that, I see a little bit more upside.
Yeah, and I just feel like, I mean, they definitely have a good path forward, but I feel like there's big competition in the way that, like, especially like you said, Robinhood, everybody already kind of, millennial already uses it. So they have a competition there. Plus, I know in SoFi, you don't even trade on like normal cycles. Like whenever you want to purchase, you can't. You have to they have their purchasing times, and that's the only time you purchase it.
Got it.
That kind of throws it off. But I don't know. I mean, I think that's something to look out for, but I think I need to see a little bit more progress from them to believe in them for right now.
Hey man, Chama has 8 other SPACs you can invest in. Pick one.
No, I agree with both of you in a way. I think their lending arm, whenever they start lending on their own, is going to be their big play. I think their trading platform, there's just so many. Like, I don't think that's where they're making their bread and butter. I think that's just another thing they're just going to offer that, oh, you already have a loan with us. You already have
it's like an all-in-one kind of thing.
Why don't you just trade here kind of situation? Yeah. I'm pretty sure Wells Fargo has like a trading platform or some shit. And I'm like, who uses this? Like literally who will use this? Like, so, I mean, I think that the lending is what's going to like be able to make them a consistently well-performing financial institution. Let's put it like that. Right. But I agree. I don't know about, I saw a little bit of their platform. I didn't use it. And I was like, if you're just going to put gamify everything, that's what I want to get away from. I get as like a millennial, everyone wants gamification, but like, that's what's going to be the problem for all these millennials that don't know what they're doing and making it like, just swipe up like you're on Tinder. Like that's not how stocks should be. It's wild. What is that all you got so far? CCIV and IPOE?
Yeah, and I have about $5 left, so I'm looking for penny stocks. If you guys have any ideas, a penny stock that's going to turn into $1 million stock soon.
Not $1 million stock, but I can give you, one called. It's not a penny stock per se, but hold on, give me one moment, please. How much do you left? Did you say
$5? I'm thinking about just putting that into Amazon stock. Maybe one day.
Buy half a share of Ford. Buy half a share of Ford. I'm not. And that's not even a joke. Buy half a share of Ford.
Yeah.
Because they'll make you at least track Ford. And Ford's gonna be a longer term player now.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think out of the currently established car makers, I feel like Ford can definitely give Tesla a run for its money.
Yeah, because they have a partnership with Rivian.
It's not just that. It's they have some people have brand loyalty in that sense. And biggest seller for Ford is the pickup trucks. And I think starting 2024 or 3, something like that, they're planning on making a electric F-150.
Yep.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of companies that are gonna give Tesla a run for their money because I mean GM has their Cruise project, which is gonna like literally give Tesla a run for its money in their autopilot, and they've also said by like 2024, 25, they want to be fully electric. So I mean, I think there's a lot of companies that are gonna give the run for the money.
Yeah, I think, but the thing is, do you know if GM has a product that is like a fan favorite that everybody wants electrified would buy? Like like Ford has the F-150. There's gonna be pickup truck buyers always. I feel like
Camaros, Corvettes, those two.
But those I feel like are gonna be the last ones to be electrified.
Also, like the Suburbans and Tahoes, like the
Explorer
and Expedition don't have that like
Yeah,
Sure.
that
that's
type
true.
of following. There's no 7-seater that
Yeah.
outsells like a Suburban or a Tahoe at that
That's
point.
true. Yeah, I think that is
It's-
probably their game.
It's gonna be they're starting the Cadillac family for a reason, right? Because they're
Yeah.
gonna make it the Escalade that, right? And they
Yeah.
know they can charge the Escalade wrapper. Yo, here
Yeah.
you go. We need
It's not
150,000
just
for
that.
this now.
It's not just that. There's a lot of old heads that still buy Cadillacs. You know.
I would
so I
buy a
think that-
Cadillac shit.
Yeah.
I would buy an Escalade tomorrow if I didn't care about the environment anymore. and-
Or if this $1,000 turned into 200K overnight.
yeah, exactly.
Even then, you shouldn't buy a Escalade if it's turned into 200K overnight.
That's true. That's true. I will say that y'all give me some ideas about some stocks I will look at. Neo, I think Neo will be a play, long-term play. I'm not going to make any money on it now, but Neo is the competitor, as we're talking about, for Tesla in China. It's like the only actual, I believe, competitor in the world to Tesla right now for an EV.
Xpeng.
Yeah.
That's-
Xpeng.
Yeah, Xpeng. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
they're not doing sales like Neo's doing already.
Yeah.
I
Neo
thought
has
they
a-
were. I thought their
Nah.
like mid-size SUV was doing well.
No,
it?
Neo's selling like 5,000
Yeah,
a month or something like that. Whatever. it is.
they're going to be up to 30,000 supposedly by the end of the
Wow.
year, a month if
Yeah.
they can.
And Neo also
produce.
is doing that battery swapping technology. You know, like that.
Exactly.
I feel like that is definitely a faster way forward because right now, even if let's say tomorrow half the population, or not even half, like a bunch of the people turn to buy electric, the grid is not ready. Like it takes still time to charge the station. There's still issues charging this and that. You know, there's
I
like,
think we should save this for our next segment. I think that's what we should do because it's there. It's a great segue. I'll just round it out with the other
Yeah.
ones that I was looking at is Palantir. I still think that they're not just a Wall Street bet stock or whatever. they have actual real technology that will take
they're a
time.
meet Kevin stock.
That might also be it. It might also be
Yeah.
me coming off. It's also Kathy Woodstock, right? It's also one of those. That's who I'm actually going off of, not the others. I'm trying to see the last one. Oh, and Space came back down. Maybe
Really?
I'll get
Yeah.
yeah, Virgin Galactic came back down. So maybe that.
Okay.
But that's my 30-year play, right? When we all go to Mars for fun. We'll do bachelor parties on Mars. Can't wait. All right.
Yeah, I saw a news article today. They were saying Mars, we found more water than we actually thought there was going to be there. So we'll see.
Pool
Bring
parties
your
on
own
Mars.
straw. Bring your own straw and filtering device, and we'll be there. All right. Anything else left for portfolios before we wrap this up?
Nope.
I think we're good.
All right, dope. Well,
Oh,
Make sure-
quick question. What's the plan of refilling your portfolio if you somehow lose all your money?
you
well-
have to announce it here.
Oh.
It's like
Yeah.
bankruptcy, right? So you're going to be a -1,000. So it's called just digging a hole at that point.
Got it. Okay.
I would
Yeah.
recommend, I'm not a financial advisor and none of us are, and we should probably put that in the beginning, but
Yeah.
this is not financial advice, but I would recommend not putting just another 1,000 in there. Let it grow from 100. That's what I would do. Go from 100. Then start that.
Try to inch forward, maybe.
Your challenge, your $1,000 challenge will be different. Then it'll be getting back to 1,000. That's what your $1,000
And,
challenge will be.
and I was thinking, you know how we're thinking at the end of every month, whoever is the loser has to pay up to the winner.
Yeah.
I think we can start off maybe like this. You know, at the end of the first month, everybody pays the winner $5,
Sure.
and then at the end of the second month, we double it to $10.
Okay.
Then maybe go to $20.
Okay.
So I think we can progress that way, you know, and then we could set a cap to it, maybe at $100 or $50, whatever you want to set it to.
Sure.
You set a cap to it, and then we can kind of maneuver from there.
That's actually great because like if you get $50 from everyone, that's what a good 150. That's
Yeah.
a lot of shares or something. That
Yeah.
potentially can be a lot of shares of something smaller. So
Yeah,
and then it
exactly.
explodes. All right, cool.
That's going straight into Doge.
Let's go. I was gonna say
All right,
Cardano.
so I guess his $1,000 going down real quick.
I sold my $2 worth of Doge that I had gotten for 35 cents for $2 before I made the Robinhood transaction. I was like, just sell this shit before we do this. So
God.
yeah, so I feel you on that. All right, well, this is an update for our portfolios. Make sure you're subscribed. Make sure you like the video and tell us what stocks we should be looking at that's going to make us millionaires.
Yeah,
That's what
exactly.
we need to know. Give us ideas, but don't give us an idea without any reason. Don't be like, I think
Yeah.
you should invest in Enron. All right, get the hell out of here with that. All right. All right, make sure you like, subscribe, do all those things we need you to do. All right. What's this podcast called?
Random acts of finance.
I want people to say it. I don't want to be the only one. Random acts of finance. Let's go. All
There
right.
we go.
Thanks for watching.
See you guys.